Very welcome to our today's session. Very warmly welcome. I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my audience. Even if you are watching the recording of this video. Uh, Today we are in connection of our third episode uh, on enlightened in relationship, and we started our series on love hate relationships. 2 weeks ago we tried to learn and discuss about why love and hate relationships are happening in our life frequently. And then the last week we discussed further about what is actually the true love, or the relationship between male and female, man and woman, especially in gender war context, how both are different from each other, but at the same time they try to control on each other, and that's why they have the war, proper war of controlling each other from their own way, uh, according to and under their own perspective, what they think about other gender. Today we are one step ahead, and we are actually now reconcile in stage of reconcile uh, uh, with each other. How both gender, male and female, man and woman, or any other relationship can be perfect executing way. How they can live, they can merge, they can enlighten the way it should be in an ideal environment. We call it enlightened relationship. Obviously, in our point of view, like a general perspective about relationship, that it cannot be ideal because we are not living in a perfect world. So, and that excuse, that reason is okay as well, because of course we are living in egocentric um, with energies. We are living with our ego mind compulsion every day, and we are more rational. We are more think in terms of being intellectual as well. So we, in our common life, we mostly 99.99 actions are in result of my commands from my brain, consciously or unconsciously or even subconsciously. So I believe, as a common man, my mind is a main and the only source of command. If I don't have mind, I will die. I understand also that my mind is the most sophisticated and profound, only one source in my life through which I am alive. And I also know that my mind is not 100%. Therefore, I have many problems in my life. So let me fix my mind. Let me repair my mind. Let me feed my mind through different type of things, like reading different books, meeting different people, uh, to becoming workaholic at workplace or in the life. uh, let's try to love with my family, with my children, with my spouse, with my parent. So by doing different things, I think unconsciously or consciously that my mind is or will be in balance, and that's how it is supposed to be, right? And that's a general and very acceptable reason to live and in this world. However, it's not true. We basically are not mind. We have our mind. We are observer, and observer has a mind, and that mind is located on in our head. And who I am? I'm a being. I'm a consciousness, and my consciousness has a mind, but my consciousness has many other things through which my life can be really, really peaceful. My life can be incredibly um, joyful as well. It, it does not necessarily that I work or live with my mind. So now I'm one step ahead, and now I'm living with my conscious. I admit that my mind is very important for me, but I have to control my mind. My mind can should not control me, because I am living with my conscious. I am conscious. In many religion, this consciousness called Jesus Christ, this conscious called Allah, this conscious called God, this conscious called any other supreme power or supreme uh, entity or being, or maybe I don't believe them, but still I am with consciousness. That's 100% I believe on. Now, with this conscious realization, with this awareness, any relationship which I will build will be enlightened relationship. That's how it's very simple now. So enlightened relationship actually are those relationships which we build when we are feeling enlightened, when we are feeling that we are not mind, when we are feeling that we are consciousness, when I don't have pain body, when I don't have egocentric emotion, when I'm not product of my emotions, when I'm free from all resistances, from all social mirrors, from all my uh, obstacles in my life, or from all pains. And that time when I do build relationship with my wife, when I try to build relationship with my husband, or with my partner, with my spouse, with my children, or even with my God, that relationship is enlightened. So now the question is, it means that the enlightenment relationship cannot be happen, because we cannot be enlightened. We, in this world, we all are very egocentric. Our own decisions are made on uh, what works for us, not according to universal principle. We choose those things which we prefer, and that preference is directly linked with my own prejudice, my own biasness, my own hate or love criterion which I have decided, which my mind has decided. So it means if that is the reality, then I cannot be enlightened because I'm all the time with it. No, that's not the matter. We can live without this element. And now today in 4-5 paragraphs, we will learn from Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, that how we can make ourselves beyond mind, how we can live or create an ideal relationship with my wife, with my partner, with my husband, with my mother, with my father, with my friend, with my colleague, with my boss, with my God, or any relationship which I'm trying to build. So that is going to we learn. I hope it makes sense for you that where we are coming from and what we are going to achieve, rather than just a random a live class we are doing. Yeah. So this is a mind-blowing episode. You will be revealed a lot of secrets about reality, about a lot of things which we don't know. Some teachings could be radical in the way that what we believe and we see, it's a common sense, but actually it's not a common sense. So these all things we will keep in our account, and we are ready to learn new things, and we are ready to unlearn bad knowledge. We are ready to unlearn those bad teachings through my childhood experience, through my school, through my media, through my social forces, through my politicians, through my any other external source of knowledge which I used to connect. I am ready to unlearn from them, and I'm ready to learn a brand new but the universal truth-based knowledge which we are going. So my class, you can consider, is a therapy for life changing. It will make you more closer to God. It will make closer to you your Allah. It will make closer to your Jesus. It may closer to any other relationship you want to build. So that's why it has extremely uniqueness. And if you will able to learn amazing new thing, then you will be an ideal partner. You will be a perfect wife. You will be a perfect husband, or you will be perfect dad or mother or any relationship. So, but for this reason, we need to uh, get ready to empty our mind, and so that if my mind is empty, then I'm able to add new things. If my mind is full of garbage, if my mind full of random knowledge from getting from this way, from all direction all the time, while I'm sleeping, while I'm watching TV, while I'm going outside for picnic, while I'm dating, while I'm meeting someone, while I'm connecting with my customer. So all information and raw knowledge or information is stored in my mind. I have to take out all these things from my mind. It does not have a true influence on my life, except it gives me pain. It gives me uh, chatter mind. You know, our mind is a chatter, and we don't have control on thinking. If I ask you, Cynthia, Javeria, Jenny, or Mike, or anybody who's watching, that are you able to stop your thinking for a minute? Or let's say, not minute, 30 seconds. Or
No.
or let's say for 10 seconds.
How do we do that? Just kidding.
So nobody is able to stop the thinking because of too much control of our mind on us. So that is a problem. That is a number one challenge in our life. And that's why we are here to actually understand how we need to get rid of this. So therefore, we have a chatter mind all the time, even we are sleeping. Even I'm sleeping, it's coming with the different object shape in different forms and I'm in all the time in dreams. I have dreamful life, dreamful sleep also. And when I wake up in the morning, and again my mind start to chatter, and then I'm going in office while I'm driving. It does not stop. While I'm listening music, I'm watching any video, it's constantly speaking. It never stops because of too much interference of mind and thoughts and all things. So now we are going to learn that, number one, how we can get rid of on a basic level, and also what is the significance of other things other than mind in our body. Have you ever imagined the people who are in hospitals, who are living still, but their brains are not working, their minds are not working? Does that mean that they are died, or they have experienced death? No, they are still living, but they are living with their consciousness. They are struggling obviously with their bodies, but many people are in coma stage for many years without mind. If mind is the only responsible and only source to make me feel alive, then why millions of people are living still without mind? So even forget about this person. Let's talk about my cell. This is my hand. This hand is made by millions or billions of cells, and every cell is a living entity, right? Every cell, if we magnify this, it is made of lot of tissues, and tissues are made of millions of cells. And if we see inside cell, every cell is properly a living object. A proper living thing has a nucleus, has a mitochondria, has a protein, has a what we call genes, and there is a lot of power, and factories are operating in the cell on an extremely micro level. And that has also, that single cell have a capacity what to do. You know that they have capacity to do what to do, how they need to build a relationship with the next cell, and how they need to build and make a group of cell which we call tissue. And when the tissues meet each other, and they many hundreds of thousands of millions of tissue mix with each other, and they made organs. So all are living things, yeah. And nobody has mind, but all are living with conscious. So this consciousness is not only in myself here in the mind, but this consciousness which is built in with every person is situated, is located in each and part of your physical body as well. This is how we are unaware. This is how we are unaware from the absolute reality. And that's why we have so much pain. We have so much collapse of our mind because of this unawareness, which uh, our prophets, our God, have been told us through centuries. Not even through centuries, from thousands of years. And many people still in this world, they are giving you knock. They are telling you, they are making you enlightened. Hello, excuse me. Hello, hello. Can you wake up, please? Wake up. This is wake up call, please. And our response is, no, let me sleep. Don't wake me up. And that's we are doing continuously. And we are going into my work and taking a pain. I'm happy to take pain. I'm building a bad relationship with my partner, and I'm happy with this pain. My body is full of diseases now, but I'm okay because it's a part of life. So that's the mindset or attitude we are going to have. And everyone is in addiction. We call it addiction. And when this addiction connects with other person, then that builds the addictive relationship. And that addictive relationship is a pain. It gives you the pain, especially these pain, mostly women, ladies, they feel these pains a lot because of their body structure, because of their too much innocency, which is a great for a soul. But this too much innocency, men exploit it as well, unfortunately, and that give them more pain as well. So therefore, sometimes the defense mechanism in women becomes more stronger against men, because too much innocency has been exploited by male dominant societies or male dominant relationship. Therefore, many women are very alert and they become more enlightened against any other external threat. And sometimes they treat or they consider the men as a threat in the life as well, and they take very bold step as well. So basically, and on a superficial level, we think as an observer in the life, we think this lady is too liberal, she is um, too clever and too uh, so we sarcastically and we call her bad names as well, and to portray in some sort of thing and try to, I mean, that's the how we are uh, in pain. So but there is good news is that the women ladies are more in enlightenment, more on the path of progress than men in today's world, because of their capacity to be resilient, to mold themselves as a passionate soul, as an innocent soul, as a source of love. And so these are those things which many men they cannot get easily, what the ladies can do. So, and in next episode actually we will discuss and read in details that why women are very close to enlightenment and salvation and towards true happiness than men. And but not now, because today is not that topic. But it is somehow relevant a little bit in today's topic. So let's try to read from Eckhart Tolle's book, and we try to understand our enlightenment relationship beyond mind, how we can build, and how is it possible that we can build, or it is just a myth, or is just a theory. So let's try to understand this. So we are going to start our reading. If you have any question in your mind, uh, please feel free to ask. More questions you will ask, more you will learn, and more clarity you will have. So that is in power of asking question or involving in discussion as well. So let's try. I would ask my colleague Jenny, if you can start the reading, please.
From addictive to enlightened relationships. Can we change an addictive relationship into a true one? Yes. Being present and intensifying your presence by taking your attention ever more deeply into the now, whether you are living alone or with a partner, this remains the key. For love to flourish, the light of your presence needs to be strong enough so that you no longer get taken over by the thinker or the pain body and mistake them for who you are. To know yourself as the being underneath the thinker, the stillness underneath the mental noise, the love and joy underneath the freedom, salvation, enlightenment, or is the freedom, salvation, enlightenment. To disidentify from the pain body is to bring presence into the pain and thus transmute it. To disidentify from thinking is to be the silent watcher of your thoughts, behavior, especially the repetitive patterns of your mind and the play by the ego.
Thank you. It's a great reading. So there are so thoughtful things which we can understand in this paragraph. The one which Eckhart Tolle is mentioning, that whether you are living alone or you are living with partner, you need to be live in a present. You can live in a present, and that presence will make close to words enlightenment. And how we can go towards enlightenment, if we can think ourselves as a being, and that being will be underneath the thinker. The thinker means the mind. When we say I'm thinking, it means my mind is in operation. My mind is operative power behind my thinking. And the stillness underneath the mental noise. And because my mind is chattering and continuously chattering, unstoppable, so I can't find stillness, which is a reality, which is absolute truth. And I feel that there is no stillness, there is no peace. So he's saying, if we are able to find this stillness within myself, when my mental noise will be stopped, when my mind will be thinking be stopped, uh, and that then we will find love and joy uh, in as a freedom, salvation, and enlightenment. The salvation is very religious term, but you can consider this salvation is the ultimate freedom from all sin, from all uh, pain of the life. Like it has a very good concept in Christianity, when Jesus Christ was brutally killed uh, for the salvation of the mankind, and that salvation is actually the reflection of immense love of the Jesus towards the nation. And we, as a person, we have to show extremely gratitude for this salvation, which he was hung very very brutally. That is a salvation on a nation level. But here the salvation we're talking about on a individual level, on a personal level. So, and how we can do it is showing in a last two lines as well. Number one important thing is a pain body. We have to disidentify with our pain body, and we have to be disidentified from our thinker, which is a mind. So these are the two things. So body is a physical object we have, like I have my hand, my whole body, and we call it human body, yeah. But we feel all the time pain in this, yeah. And you see many times, oh, I have a headache, I have a pain in my chest, I have a lower back pain, oh, I have a pain in my left side of the chest, I have a pain on the neck, I have a pain in my joints. What are these things? These are pain body. And for ladies, because of the monthly cycles, they this pain becomes double or sometimes more in painful because of internal body structure as well. And that pain makes them, if they are not enlightened, then the body, the female body will feel more pain, and they show little bit aggression, stress, anxiety as well in a normal life. But when the lady or the woman is very enlightened, then they disidentify this pain with them. They will have a capacity that whether they are in periods or whether they have a pregnancy complications or whether they are giving a birth to the child, she will be enlightened. She will have a very least pain. But that state of consciousness we need when the lady feel that power, that spiritual power within herself, and relieve herself from this pain body. But on the other hand, men today, they also have pain body. They have pain body in form of lower back pain. Mostly men they have chest pain. Mostly men, they have a severe threat of heart diseases. They mostly have heart attack, uh, and they also very close to stroke as well. nowadays in our UK they have memory issue of mind as well. Even the ladies are very much, we call it dementia. So these are all pain body reflection, and that we will feel more when we are away from consciousness and more closer to mind. When we try to identify ourselves with our mind, then that many manipulation in mind will make me more in pain most of the time. No matter I'm meeting the professors, doctors in hospital, and they are giant in their field, I will not be relieved anymore. I will invest my time, my so much thousands of dollars or pounds. I will not be relieved as much I should be because of lack of awareness that our mind, I have to connect my body with my conscious, so that any medication should multiply quickly and I will relieve very soon, and I will be discharged from my hospital soon. But it's not. Many people, they are long-term patient. They feel they are patient all the time because of this lack of awareness, because of too much attachment with the ego mind, with too much attachment with the thinker mind, with too much attachment of the mental noise. So these all things will keep away the feeling that I'm not being. I'm not a stillness. I'm not a love and joy. I'm not a pain-free being. So I will feel opposite of this thing, and that make us a miserable life in suffering, like and that suffering will remain forever until even we die as well. It won't go in this life as well until we start to live with this awareness which we are talking about, which Eckhart Tolle is talking about. So let's try to further go, and we in this paragraph we will learn how we can get rid of this ego mind, how we can get rid of this judgmental mindset, which I have against negative energy, against my wife, against my husband. How I can stop myself, why my mind is plotting games against my wife, against my husband, why I feel I am a victim, or my mind does not have, my partner does not have trust on me, neither I trust on her or him. Why? And is it too simple uh, to resolve it, or it is complex to resolve it? So let's try to learn from this paragraph. So I would ask um, my colleague Cynthia if she can read it, please.
If you stop investing it with selfness, the mind loses its compulsive quality, which basically is the compulsion to judge, and so to resist, which creates conflict, drama, and new pain. In fact, the moment that judgment stops through acceptance of what it is, of what is, you are free of the mind. You have made room for love, for joy, for peace. First, you stop judging yourself, then you stop judging your partner. The greatest catalyst for change in a relationship is complete acceptance of the partner as he or she is, without needing to judge or change them in any way. That immediately takes you beyond ego. All mind games and all addictive clinging are then over. There are no victims and no perpetrators anywhere, no accuser and accused. There is also the end of all codependency, of being drawn into everyone else's unconscious pattern and thereby enabling it to continue. You will then either separate in love or move ever more deeply into the now together into being. Can it be that easy? Yes, it is that simple. Or can it be that simple? Yes, it is that simple.
Excellent. That's a great reading. You see how it is easy to understand and to help myself to connect with this degree of reality, that if I will stop myself to judge myself, then it will help me to judge my partner, my wife, my husband, my spouse, to judge. And once I will stop judging her or him, then that will start to open a new door of acceptance. And that acceptance will take my ego mind beyond immediately. And when my ego is beyond, then my all mind manipulation, which is a gaming, backbiting, leg pulling, and all these things will wiped out, will vanished completely, will disappear completely. And then I will have a connectivity with my partner. My unconsciously, consciously, I will connect with my partner in the exactly same way which it is. And that connectivity we call as oneness. And with full, extremely, and naturally love will be start to flow each other. And that oneness, that unity is actually our enlightened relationship. And it is very simple as that. But for our ego mind, for our thinker mind, it's not simple. It is very difficult. It is very difficult to stop yourself, your ego against other. When I was in childhood, I heard a quotation from Jesus Christ. I'm not sure whether it's how much is authentic, but I will verify from the Bible anyway. He's that once the Jesus Christ was asked, if someone slap you on your cheek, what you will do, or how you will respond. Then the Jesus Christ said, I will give my second cheek to slap me. So what does it mean that you will have, or you must have, the sense of humility, the sense of egoless being, that it does not matter who you are and how you are, your ego-less beingness will make you out of all danger. I mean, no matter you slap me, or I will not be egoful, I will not be aggressive, I will not be angry, because I did not associate myself with ego. Because if I have an ego and someone is staring at you, you will become violent. Why you are staring? That's the level of your ego. That's how you are away from reality. That's how you are under your mind. And once you are not under your mind, it means you are not with your ego. It means you are a source of love. So no matter other people or other person will hit you or do something, it won't disturb you. It exactly like the same when Prophet Muhammad was tortured by the local people, when he started to call other people for God, and the other people start to throw the pebbles on Prophet Muhammad. And Prophet Muhammad was obviously was in pain, but he did not do anything to stop it, because he was so humiliated, he was so egoless, because he used to have a big reason to spread the message of God, and there was no ego on that time. And even in today's life, if we look around, all our, maybe our parents or my aunts or uncle, or maybe our religious figures or celebrity in media, many people, they are egoless. Many people, they are not judgmental about others. Many peoples are no codependent on each other, and they are very pure. Just we have to understand that, are we able to identify them? Are we able to match my being with them? Because if I am a full of ego, if I'm a full of judgmental being, then I cannot identify right people. I cannot identify the truly liberator of the people. So that's why the true souls attracts by true souls, and therefore ego mind will attract by ego mind. That is the general principle in our life. So that is how it is simple, that we have to keep away our self, our egos, uh, to judge other people. You know why the wife and husband relationship is too much sensitive? Because both with an extreme opposite energy, they become too much judgmental about each other. The wife with the a woman's energy, when try to judge the man as a husband and try to project her agenda, then the husband as a male will respond with the male negative energy, with his agenda, with her, with his controlling attentions, and that egos are fighting with each other. And if we do not address this thing with the spiritual stuff, with the consciousness, then it will end with the divorce, separation, or abusive relationship, or psychological bad relationship with each other, and even it's a worse thing as well. So therefore, enlightenment of the relationship will never be even touched by egoful mind, either husband or wife. So that is a spirit which we need to understand. We have to be aware about this thing. So when we once we are in unity, once we are in enlightenment, once I am exactly thinking with my wife mind, or with my husband my wife, or with my partner wife, then what will happen? Then only the love will flow with each other without judgment. That's we understand. And what is love actually? It is the state of being within me which I have started to unleash, and that will not confine to my wife or husband. That will spread all over who is or whoever around me. It could be this glass, it could be a bird, it could be my pet, it could be my colleague, it could be anything. So my love will start to cover all other objects and people of this, because I have unleashed my love within me through this enlightenment, and my partner will amaze, and that is the thing. When we say that there is no separation, there is disappearance of all veils between me and my husband, between me and the God, between me and my loved one, wherever I'm. So the idea of oneness is, or idea of true unity is the way when the one person does not judge himself or herself first, and then not to the partner at all. There is no space of any judgment. I accept my wife, I accept my husband as it is, how he or she is. I don't want to add something to do for me. I don't want to command her or him to do for me. I accept you, I love you as it is, how you are. That when you are at this stage, that relationship is enlightened relationship. that relationship will never be in a threat of divorce or end of the relationship. And what that's we call oneness. So this oneness between people, between you and external all other objects as well, and this oneness could be attached with your God, with attached with your Jesus Christ, with attachment with your prophet, or and anything which you want to do. Therefore, sometimes this or many times this state of mind, when ego mind or ego nation or people they try to see, they say them they become mad, they are crazy people, they so that's how it's doing with the many spiritual people. When like for example Hindu yogis or Buddhist monks, or if you see the Sufis in Muslims and the monks in Christianity, and Kabbalist in Jews, or many other spiritual paths as well. The external people, the other people, they try to label them with very negative terms as well. And why? Because the ego mind cannot accept other person to egoless, and they will try to say them they are misfit, they are making us away from reality, and they are and you know that fight, it will fight as well with those people. So that's we have to be aware as well about this, that this will open the door to connect with God, with Allah, and also with the love, because the God is the concept as a being will full of love uh, towards the people. And if you are in that state of being, to identify the God and with the spirit of love, then this will be sufficient for remain peace in your life. You will never have any disease. You will never have any pain body. You will never have a chatter mind, chat, 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 chat. You will control your mind whenever you want to do. If I'm saying that I'm stopping my thinking for 1 hour without any thought, then you will be able to do this because of this state of mind, uh, state of being. So let's try to learn this paragraph, and the next paragraph. I would ask Mike if you can read it, please.
Love is a state of being. Your love is not outside, it is deep within you. You can never lose it, and it cannot leave you. It is not dependent on some other body, some external form. In the stillness of your presence, you can feel your own formless and timeless reality as the unmanifested life that animates your physical form. You can then feel the same deep life within every other human and every other creature. You look beyond the veil of form and separation. This is the realization of oneness. This is love. What is God? The eternal one life underneath all forms of life. What is love? To feel the presence, that one life deep within yourself and within all creatures, to be it. Therefore, all love is the love of God.
Thank you. It's a great reading. So that's all things which I have already briefed you about God and love, and the state of being and oneness. Uh, how it is easy to get it. It is very easy. Very, very easy. That's only you need to work on your ego, on your mind, to not to manipulate the realities, temporary realities, and that's we all will be oneness. That's why we all people are one. All human being, not even a human being, all animal kingdom, all birds, all objects, um, all have a unity. They have conformity. They have love with each other, and one for another. Because, and that's why how we hate crime or violence as well. Imagine if somebody is tortured in front of you. For example, if somebody, I'm hitting myself, or somebody is hitting the body and it start to bleeding, you will feel pain. Oh. Or let's say I will cut my finger in front of you. You will feel extremely awkward and pain. Oh, why? What he's done? Oh my God. You know, that pain actually is the unconscious realization that we all are one. If the dog or the bird is dying in front of me, I will have pain. Why I'm feeling pain? Because of unity as a reality across all the universe. If a building is falling down because of earthquake, or the tsunami has come to and passes over a city, I will feel so pain and misery and feel suffering as well. Why? Because it has passes over me. The tsunami has come on me. That bird has killed me. That other person who has experiencing bleeding or torture, actually I'm feeling because of oneness. So basically oneness is a natural thing, and that only we can feel when we are away from my mind, you know. So an ego mind, what I mean to say, the ego mind is a really enemy of my all peace and love, which I need. So I have also 3 paragraphs. I can read and we can go further. And this is a continuity of the same topic, enlightened relationship. If you allow me, I can go for 3 paragraphs as well. Otherwise, I can finish on the same topic, same line so far. If you have time, I can go ahead because we have already 1 hour. Or if you want to have some discussion, if you have question, let me know. I can cover the next 3 paragraph in the same topic, enlightened relationship, next Sunday as well. So it's up to you what you want to do. I can give you next half an hour, but I want you to be present, which you can do, or
But it's good to continue in next coming week. And one thing, it was amazing class doing today and also wonderful. I really was unaware from this reality that how cells and our part of body are living in, and especially our mind. Without mind and thinking, we can't feel anything, nor any love, joy, care, neither sadness or happiness. So it is really a great blessing for us. And the thing is, we have to use our mind in good and in positivity, and start living in the term of oneness. It's also I think that our mind is not a dustbin where we used to put some frustrations or sadness or any negativity or ego. And we have to live without that all things or yeah, that thing I also want. We have to live with gratefulness and gratitude.
Absolutely amazing words and thoughts you're saying. Excellent, really appreciating. And yeah, it shows that it reflects that I mean you have understood and the level of this awareness that we need to live with, and how we can connect with other people without mind, by creating enlightened relationship, by without judgment of others, uh, by feeling that we all are one, we are not different, and that also it will help us to end of the racism. The racism is not only belongs to the skin problem, that if I have a brown skin, if I have a white skin, I have a black skin, I have a different skin, then we are different from each other. No, that is a very, very minute concept of racism. Racism is the mindset where we think that we are different from other, and other peoples are other, and mine is I. So they have their ego, I have my ego. We all are a different ego, and that when we think that we are different, it means that we are not one. And when we are not one, then we will hate each other. My mind will manipulate the reason why I am superior to him or her, and why my nation is superior from their nation, and why my nation is inferior to them, and why my community is being pulled by this community, why they are controlling the world. So all will be shattered, all will be wiped totally. Oh, so this is the thing which we need to understand about the life, about the racism which we were talking about in this. So this oneness has solution uh, on an individual level and also on a collective level. So, uh, what do you think, Mike?
Sorry, I had to get to the mute button.
No, no.
Uh, when you say what do I think, are you talking about continuing this today or
Yeah.
um,
Or next Sunday.
well, I would like to have more clarification about it just seems like this is just an outline of what further discussion could be, and I think that we're getting to the truth of the issues, the problems.
Yeah, yeah. So the next classes or the next paragraph, couple of paragraphs, they will elaborate further about what we learn or we are discussing today as well. Different concept we are reading or we are learning as a topic of discussion, or as a sometime I'm overwhelmed to tell that this is absolute truth, and this absolute truth needs obviously intellectual support as well, on my mind level as well. So yeah, that we will have more in coming Sundays as well. Uh, so And content in content wise, what we learn, if you have any thought or more clarification about certain concept which I taught here or explain, if you have, you can share as well about pains and judgment of other, and enlightened relationship means ideal relationship, when you and your wife will have one, have a feeling of oneness, when there is no judgment, there is no separation between you and your wife, between you and your partner, between you and your loved one. Uh, that judgment, that partnership is extremely unique in this world, um, especially in husband and wife context, because it is very miserable relationship in our societies. Uh, 80 to 90% problems in our personal life is our family problem, and family problems are induced from husband and wife, two selves, and divorces rate, separation, abusive relationship, psychological torturing, and influence negatively on a work level, with on the psychology of the children, on the quality of your own life, quality of thought as well. Because when I have a poor relationship with my wife, then obviously my mind will not think quality thoughts as well, with higher consciousness. I will be depressed, I will be doing, because this is addictive relationship, and that addictive relationship will make me more addictive with other bad things, manipulation, games, selfishness, and then try to overcome, make more rational thoughts, how I will fight with my wife or my partner on her this act, rather than to become source of love, rather than to become a source of oneness as well. So uh, that's a quite tricky as well for many complex minds, for many complex people. But it is very easy. It is simple as well, because absolute reality is very simple. Absolute reality is extremely simple. Is as simple as love. Is as simple as one plus one two. And there are many secrets unrevealing all the time. When even I'm teaching, is I'm reading it for you, and you are and I'm with my audience, it revealing on me new realities. Um, it's all about, and unlearning the bad stuff which we have done with ourselves, for name of modernity, for name of social status, for name of fighting with other, for name of ego, for name of many things which my society has told me. That's why we have become so much materialistic. We have become so much source of hatred. We are more racist. We are more irreligious, non-spiritual as well. We don't believe on spirituality in general. We believe on what we see and what we feel through our five common senses. That's the only reality. And we deny other things. How we make realities codependent with each other. We misrepresent the truth. We pretend that my thoughts are the truth. That's how things are. But actually, the things are only my own experiences, my own perception, my own ego based biases, prejudice, agendas that I project through different language, through my own set of actions, and I feel that I'm very close to truth actually, but I'm not. I'm not at all, and that's why my whole world is at risk. We all at very at threat as well. Look at the coronavirus, how the people have this threat. Actually, the one benefit of coronavirus, COVID-19, is the death has very easy now. For example, if I die because of coronavirus now, or someone die, the their loved one, their brother, sister, parents, they are ready for this. I mean, so that's why the death is very easy now. But nobody want to die as well because of our ego mind. We want to stay in this world, no matter with sufferings, no matter with hatred, no matter with pains, with pain body, with. But the reality is, even I don't go for truth. Reality is, even I don't go on the path of Jesus Christ or Prophet Muhammad or the way of God or the way of any other thing where I believe, then what the choice I have? Only one choice. I will be die of stroke. I will die of any long-term disease. I will die on the mercy of some doctors. I will die mercilessly in somehow in different way when I will be bankrupt, when there will be no balance of dollar in my bank account. So that's all possibilities. I'm ready to do this with pain. And that's why how we are living with pains. Because we have been taught to live with pain. And I never see any person in my life who wants to live without pain. They say the pain will come and I have to live with it. They will know go why the pain is here, what went wrong, why I'm in pain, why I'm in this disease, why other person screwed me up, why other person leg pulled me, why other person is backbiting about me, why my husband is controlling me, and I'm ready to for this. That's how we are, and we have made huge list of set of compromisation in my life. Everything is compromised, and still I'm pretending, I'm deceiving myself, I'm a free. Still I'm thinking that I am I'm free from all. I'm living in a 21st century. I have a house, I have a car, I have money. So I am trying to make myself pretend to be a happier person by doing this thing. And I know that these are all fake or at least temporary realities. I know when I will go on a bed, nobody will look after me. I have to hire a male nurse or female nurse who will give me the medicine for next 10 years till I will die, or I will spending uh, my long term illness. That's usually a person is ready for these things. I'm ready if my son, if my daughter, they will never come to see me at my deathbed. No problem. It is their life. Because I know that they will not come to me because of their own egocentric life away from the parents. So that's all. What we plow, what we will get. What we are plowing in the fields, that's we will get tomorrow. And what my forefather, my parents did with me, they will get with my next generation. Not only with people, but now in terms of threat of the environment. How brutally I handle my society's environment, my garbages, my recycle, um, my capacity to recycle the different used things. I never cared. Therefore, now the global warming and environment in form of too much rain, extreme weather, coronavirus, or many other type of virus, they are threat on me because of my carelessness in my past life. And if we will not care about my conscious life, my consciousness, if I don't want to help myself to closer to God, to closer to love, with closer to with myself, it will happen again within my life, or maybe in my offspring's life, with my children's life. That's how much we are. But anyhow, we have a good news that we can change our life easily by changing our paradigms, by changing to more closer to the truth, by having more awareness. So more we will aware, more these things will automatically disappear. It's not like that if you were wrong and now you have to pay the price of this being wrongness. No, no, no. That's not like it. The beauty is once you are aware and once you decide that that was your past and does not have influence on your current life, it will all wiped up. It will all disappeared. And you will be like a new person. So that's how it is easy as well. But we have to be ready for this enlightenment. That is not a question of being religious, that I need to be religious, I need to go church, I need to go mosque for this, I need to go to temple for this, I need to go to jungles and forest for this. No, no, no. It's not like that. We still can be enlightened while I'm living with my wife, while I'm doing my business, while I'm doing my job. I can be enlightened. And I can keep myself away from suffering. Suffer, to live suffering free is not a magic. It's a reality. I'm trying to live with this life as well. No matter many other sources of pain start to hit me, and that all depends on me that how I'm taking them. So maybe it is source of pain for you, but it is not pain for me. It is an opportunity to leverage my level of consciousness. It is opportunity to leverage my degree of patience in me, which eventually that pain will disappear. But my patience will have more elasticity, and that patience will fulfill extremely peace in me, love inside me, keep me away from fussy, broken, and toxic people as well. but I have to work myself. That's the how the personal development is the fastest growing industry in the world, because billions of people are crying, they are in pain, and doctors cannot heal them. Professors and good hospitals cannot heal them, because doctors and professors and expensive hospital treatment, they only treat the medical problems, the physical issues, not the mental issues, not the spiritual issues, not the emotional issues, not the issues of heart, not the issues of being happiness. Can you go to doctor in the best hospital in your city and ask them, I want to be happy? What he will or she will give you? Nothing. She will say, no, sorry, I don't sell happiness. I don't sell comfort. I don't sell ego-free mind. I don't sell how to become source of love, how to avoid hatred. I don't, nobody will do. But we think that they do. Unconsciously, we have wrong expectation with wrong people. But only I can help myself to become happy, to become a long-term peaceful person, become long-term aware person, harmless person. I will not harm anyone, or neither I will allow other people to harm me, and I will live a calmful, peaceful life, and will die with the peace, with dignity, rather than the miserable death. So that's all in our hand, and that's a free will works as well. You will be free when you are free from pain, when you will become oneness, because we all are one. I remember 2 years ago, just next main road, a car crushed a person who was crossing the road, and he died on the spot. His arm uh, was almost out of his body, and actually it was out of his body, and actually his head was stuck with the ground, and it was a hit and run case. The car did not stop and he ran away. And then when immediately I was watching from the window, and I said, what? How is it possible that in front of my house a dead body is there? And then I rushed out of my house. I went to the dead body, and I was thinking that maybe he's alive, even though there was his head was bleeding too much, and his, like I said, his one of the arm was out of his body almost, but I could not touch the arm, because I did not have a strength to feel that that his his arm is out of the body or not. But what I could take it out of from his card one, that card was his identity, his driving license only. He was a peasant. He was a labor person, who came from Romania in Europe, and was here to go to, I think, for buying a grocery in the evening time. He was not having any currency in his pockets. He was not having any of other bank card, but he died on the spot. And overnight, me and my family became little scared. how did it happen? And my children were watching that whole scene from the window, that police is coming and they are investigating and they block the roads and whatever they did. But the point is, he died out of living a misery life. Misery life in the term, in that sense that he was a labor. He was wearing a very rough clothes. He did not have any single penny, but he actually came from the grocery, and because there were some bags, plastic bag in which there was, I think, some milk or eggs were there, which were also broken on the other little few yards away from the body. And only he has his own temporary identity as a Romanian guy, and that was a shocking and awakening call for me, that how pathetic we are, that do so death can grab me anytime. Either I'm enlightened or not, either I am egoful or egoless, but I have to die. So why not a peaceful death? Why not a celebrated death? Why not a proudful death? And it is possible. But we are not ready to die because of ego mind, because of my materialistic attachment, too much attachment with people and objects around me. So I think it's quite late. I appreciate your presence and your participation to all audience. So we will continue these enlightened relationship by next 3 paragraph, which I prepared for you, and then we will continue this series as well, because we have so many other questions, which I made a list, I think, on a part 1. I show you as well, but we will continue to cover these things as well. Thank you very much, and join my YouTube channel if you can. There will be a link. You can visit my blog as well, which is maratib.com, and stay tuned. Thank you so much, your participation, your patience to and I appreciate your time to learn this knowledge or a new level of intellect as well. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye. See you guys next week.
Everyone have a good week.
Recording stop.